No hesitation. Just got
Here we
right
go.
into it. Back at it. This is the Sauce Pod number 8, correct?
I think I was about to say I truly don't know what number, but I think we're on 8. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, the this software that we use, like I'm like numbering it and keeping track of it. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
right. There it
think.
is. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. So I
It says
think
it in the
that
corner. Yeah.
this is the um, just being consistent. Again, consistent with this. You know what I mean? It's like I get like in the zone with work and like building these strategies, and it's like, hey, we got the pod today. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I did
So
just think of something cool that just happened. The trading card game, I Am Champion, just got fully funded with their Kickstarter. That's super cool.
dude, that is
Yeah.
super cool. I'm so proud of those guys, man.
So
And
I think,
I watched this like YouTube video of them like I guess they sent the card to these people
yeah, they were
and
getting
they
a
like
review.
and they like tested it out. They even mentioned electric sauce. That was really cool. They mentioned um, the retro room supported by, because I think they were reading something. It was like supported by electric sauce and supported by the retro room. But that was really cool. But
Nice.
dang, they were cracking up on some of the was it like steamer.
Schemer.
Yeah, creamer schemer. Yep. Trip trip. That's Jesse. That's Jesse's fucking humor, man. That's awesome.
Right. Ligma and Johnson. And
Dude, those guys apparently worked at Twitter. Yeah, not at all. Yeah,
right.
that was a hoax there.
Yeah,
That was pretty funny though.
that was
But
funny.
how was your week, man? How was your week? Today's Friday. We're in the grind of it. Q4 for these direct to consumer brands. We got Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We're in it. Like how's it going on your end?
It's been going pretty good. I mean, this week felt a little lighter, just I think more with you working on the strategy and, just getting the offers lined up with our clients and stuff. So on my end, it wasn't really too bad. I guess, um, yeah, we also got like bread and butter, which is a really cool like pickleball brand. So
Pickleball's
that's
blowing up.
really exciting to kind of be able to start working with them. No Black Friday stuff for that one, but yeah, I mean, a lot of mine was kind of like working, getting set up some new softwares for like the sales side of things. I'm sure everyone's familiar with like Pipe Drive and some other cool stuff like Phantom Buster that just make things as like streamlined as possible. We love
Mm-hmm.
systems and efficiencies as much as we can. So, but yeah, and then just working on like personalization of like some different Loom outreach that we've been working on. That's been kind of cool. It's really interesting seeing. I love like doing cold outreach at scale. It's not the most sexy thing, but like if you do personalize it and make it fun, that's the one I probably had the most fun with. Is like I just did like a series of like Halloween memes, and then they kind of like finished off like with Black Friday memes, and so it was like a 5 email series, and
Nice.
I'd say the first like two or three I think had Halloween email memes. So I did that. That was like last. We're just now at the beginning of November, so that just happened over the last like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's such a range of responses. Like some people were like, "Oh, this is hilarious! Like, let's talk." Other people, you get a lot of like, "Don't need this service right now," and then you get people. I had one that was like, "I don't understand your memes at all, but like, let's talk." And I was like, "Okay, like,
That's
cool."
cool.
Like,
Yeah,
uh, and I was like, "Okay, the jokes aren't hitting, but yeah, let's talk." So
that's
it's just,
hilarious.
yeah, just cool. Like, trying to create something that we talk about, just building ships, with
Mm-hmm.
other digital marketing agencies, and just trying to, you know, um, yeah, building relationships.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. My week, it's been pretty good. It's kind of just like it's like it's good. It's where we work from home. I used to work offshore on the boats, and so it's like it's like a sense of freedom. Being able to work from home, and like I have like a little desk area set up. I can we're busy, so I can't really just not do anything, but I can kind of somewhat control my day, you know what I mean? I don't have like a captain breathing over my neck trying to tell me what to do or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's cool, man. Like I'm really like you said it the other day, it's like a lifestyle business, and so I know there would be a point to where it's like where it lightens up a little bit when we get like a bigger team. We're able to I think Sam from My First Million was like the main reason to like really make it big is to be able to like take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Like get to a point to where you're like making really good money, and then like you can take care of yourself. Like if you want to try a new sport like pickleball, or if like my buddy Adrian, he's like he played tennis back in high school, and so he's like doing tennis like almost every day, and
Cool.
rock climbing, you know what I mean? I want to do jujitsu, like, but that shit's kind of expensive, you know what I mean? So it's like, we'll be able to get to that point, but that's the goal. I think I watched a video Sam was talking about, he spends like crazy amount on his health. It's like 25, I forget what it was. It was kind of crazy, but it was awesome to be able to, because he has like the exercise regimen. He has like a coach person. He's got like all this food stuff. He's got this app. He gets all the cool tools and not toys, but like the tools and stuff that he might needs.
Hmm.
But it's really cool. And then like other things like later on down the road, like if you want to like learn how to fly, like get your pilot license, that would be really dope. I would love to do that.
Same. Yeah.
Um, right? Yeah. So, but I know that stuff's coming in the future. You know, what I mean, you just got to work hard at it. But other than that, I have a pretty rigorous schedule. I started waking up at 5 in the morning. I'm on team. What is it? Was it the 5 a.m. club? I think is what they call it.
Right.
So then at 5 o'clock, I'm up. I go straight upstairs. I have like two offices almost, I guess. It's my fiance's office, but she's still sleeping at 5. So I get up, I get some coffee, I go straight up there. I already have everything set up, and I'll kind of chill because like I don't want to just like look at the light into the the laptop. So I don't
Right.
I don't have it on just yet, just right at 5. So I'm like still trying to wake up.
And
I
you
do
set your
drink.
alarm like in another room, right? So it like forces you to
Hmm.
leave the bedroom, right?
Yeah,
Is
like
that
yeah. So it's really weird. What's been happening is that like I'll have like these like, and I don't ever really remember my dreams, but I'll be in like dream state, so I know I'm sleeping pretty good.
hmm
And then all of a sudden, like my dream will end, kind of like a movie, and then the alarm will go off, and I'm just like,
Oh, wicked. Your body like
yeah,
is kind of
mhm,
what is it like your circadian rhythm or something, like
yeah,
it's
I
getting
think
used to
so.
falling asleep at a certain time and then also waking you up at
Yeah,
that time.
it's like poop, and so like my movie will end, and then I'm like, damn, that was like kind of a cool movie. I don't know, I don't remember it instantly. Like I'm like, well, what the fuck was it about? Like I don't even remember it. But then I'll hear my alarm, and it's through that door right there. And then I'll just like, ugh, I'm still in zombie mode, and I'll
Right.
just like not even think about it. I'm just like, ugh, and I'm walking to the thing, and it's like, so I'll hit the thing, and I'm kind of just like standing around, like
Do you have
deciding.
that mental moment where you're like, I could literally turn around and walk back to the bedroom or I could walk the other direction?
Yep. I was literally, yeah. And so I have that, right? I have that, but I'm like, I don't know, there's a stronger voice saying like, wow, you did it. Like you woke up, you actually got out of bed at 5, you turned your
Hmm.
alarm off. And so the first thing I do is I like drink water. Like I have like this pitcher, filtered pitcher thing. And
Yeah.
I fill this up with water. And then I'll just slam this. I'm like just like got water coming down my shirt, and I'm just like trying to breathe and shit. But then I have my vitamins. I take 2 vitamins, slam those down, and like I'll get more water. And so actually, the cold water and just drinking a lot of it really like kind of helps, wakes me up. And so then I'm like, cool. I'm kind of like starting to wake up more. There is a above the oven stove area. There's like a little dim light, so I can kind of see, so it's not completely dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my clothes kind of out there, so then I'll just change out there, and I pretty much wear the same thing every day, so I don't have to think about that. And then my coffee setup is pretty simple. I have like a single cup coffee drip thing. So you just put the thing on top of the cup, put the filter in there. I warm up my water with my kettle, and then I do the thing. And then sometimes I'm not really paying attention. I'll pour too much water, and like my coffee mug is like just like barely like just I got like I'm just, and then I try and like get it, but then it burnt the top of my lip this morning. I was like,
oh dang.
So then I'm going through all this whole situation, and so then I'm like, I got a napkin. We got spiral stairs, so that I'm like, trying not to spill it, but I can feel it like I'm catching it in the paper towel. And then I finally get to the desk upstairs, and I'm just like, all right, cool. And then my stuff's already up there, so I'm just like, try not to make a noise. Get in the chair. It's like, rah! Chair's like yelling at me.
Well, I kind of get it now. It's like you walk to another room, you basically almost drown yourself in cold water, waterboarding yourself.
Yep.
And then you burn yourself. Okay. And then you do an obstacle course up this like spiral staircase with no hands.
Yep.
Okay, it's all coming together now.
It's yeah. You understand how like by the time I get to the staircase, like I'm ready to go. But I still I still sit there, right? Parkour up the steps, and so so I get up
once
there.
You get up there, it's like I wouldn't want to go back down because I'll probably fall and break my arm or something.
Exactly.
Like, I'm too tired.
Exactly.
Let me wake up a little bit.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of stumbling around because it's dark up there, and I don't want to turn on the main light because it's like too bright. And so we have some Christmas lights, some white Christmas lights around this mirror, and so I just plug that in, and it's perfect.
Nice.
It sets the vibes. It's just enough light for me to be able to see and doesn't like destroy my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just chill. I got my book. I always write in my little notebook there. I'm almost done with it. I need to get a new one, but really like this one. But then like around 6 o'clock. So I have my first work block at 6 to 8, and so I really and I already have a plan on what I'm doing within that 6 to 8, and so like I'll just like whatever I was doing before between 5 to 6. I'm just like waking up. By the time I actually get up there, it's probably about 5:20 or 5:30. So then I'm sitting there drinking some coffee, whatever. But then 6 o'clock, boom, get stuff going, and then I'll do that for about 2 hours, 8 o'clock, and then that's when the rest of the house starts waking up. The sun starts coming up, fiance wakes up, dog wakes up, cat's always awake. He's yelling at me at 5 o'clock in the morning, feed me. I'm like, nah, bitch. But so everybody else wakes up, and then that's when I take a break and go from there. And then I take a break. I got a few other work blocks. I got lunch, stuff like that. So, but it's going good, man. It's going really good. I love it.
How do you feel about daylight savings time?
Daylight savings time. I don't care for it at all. I like the
Neither
fact
do
that
I.
it's right. And I think like Arizona, I think it's mountain time. They actually don't actually change.
Right. Yep.
And so I think it's about to change for us. So it'll
Exactly.
actually
It's on Sunday, Sunday night.
damn. So I think it'll still be dark at 5, huh?
Yeah, it basically just means an hour earlier it'll start to get light. So if it was getting light at 8, it'll be like at 7 now.
Okay.
And so the sun will go down super early, like 6 o'clock or something like that. So the days will start to just kind of get shorter from there.
I don't like daylight savings. I like it. I like, I like it to be darker, but I don't know. Like, well, I wouldn't want it to change. I like it where it's at right now. But
Yeah,
this might help. I guess get to bed a little early, maybe. I don't know. We usually get to bed like I'm usually like passing out by 11. I'm trying, and I'm in bed by 10. And so I'll try and like, I got my Kindle here. You know, I'll get on the iPad every once in a while, but I'll make sure that orange light's on.
hmm
But I try not to have any devices near me. Try and separate that an hour before I actually fall asleep. But even with the Kindle, it doesn't really bother me. Um,
that's the
because I'll be
paperweight one, right?
Yeah, it's the paper white one. So I'll be reading it and I can't even finish one page, and I'm trying to sleep, and she's like next to me watching me, and she's just like go to bed. Like, what are you doing? I'm just like trying to finish this one page. So, like, yeah, my body's pretty on it, like when it comes to those times. So, but
Nice.
but yeah,
Mine
daylight savings is gonna go
fluctuates.
away.
I have like
Does it?
weird. I'm usually like a pretty big creature, like routine and habit, especially with like going to bed and waking up. But
Mhm.
like, I don't know. Like some mornings, I mean, this week I've been waking up like at 8. I'll go to bed like at 10, and I'll wake up like at 8. But so I get like way too much sleep. Like I'm just like, I don't know how to get up sometimes. Like
Have you always been like
and
that?
then
You've always, because I think
kind
some
of
people just need like 10
more
hours of
sleep.
sleep. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I I feel like when I'm working out more, I need more sleep, and I'm like not working out a lot, but I'm working out more than zero. Like I'm working out some, so it's like I don't think I need like a ton of sleep, but I need a little bit more. But like
Hmm.
I definitely am not one of those like lion people that wake up like at 4 or 5 and 6 in the morning. But like I will
Right.
go through phases like where I just like, okay, it's 4:30 in the morning, I'm awake, and
Uh-huh.
I used to kind of just like roll back over and go to sleep, but now I'll just be like, okay, I kind of like just put a limit on it. I'm like, okay, I woke up at 4:30, I really feel like wide awake, so if I don't go back to sleep in the next like 20 or 30 minutes, 5 o'clock rolls around, I'm just going to get up because there's no
Hmm.
point just laying here. So
Right.
I kind of just like, I would say I just like listen to my body and just like, I don't force myself to wake up early, but I'll just wake up like whatever time I wake up. And then but I pretty much go to sleep at the same time every night. Like, I'm usually like in bed around like 9, and then I'm usually in sleep probably like by 10:30. Like I'll read like a book for like the last 30 minutes to an hour of that's probably I enjoy that a lot. Just reading like a physical book the last like 30 minutes to an hour of
Yes.
sleep before I go to sleep, and that's it. And then shut it down.
Do
So, but
you
the
do you
Astros game's been on all this week, so I'm not
Yeah.
usually like a sports person, but I'm like Astros in the World Series. I'm gonna
Right.
check it out. I was living in Austin the last time they were in the World Series, and no one in Austin cares about sports, including myself. But
Right.
now that I'm in Houston, I'm like, I got to get back into the Astros because they
Cool.
play really well. So they won
Yeah.
last night, so it was
Oh,
awesome.
good.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
they're coming back for the weekend. The Saturday night and Sunday night they play here in
Wow.
Houston. It's Game 6 and Game 7 of the World Series.
Wow. Here we go. So
Yeah.
what's the rec? It's the scores like
We're up 3-2. So if we win on Saturday, it's over.
what?
Yeah, but
32.
I mean, it's been some really good games. Like, I definitely would like us to win on Game 6, but it'd be also cool to see it go to Game 7 too, just for
Yeah.
the camaraderie and fun of it all.
Cool.
So,
That's awesome. Yeah. I think that's like a good pattern for it to work out like that. That's really cool. And then they're coming home for this game, so you would
yeah,
think that they would do better because being home. And I'm
yeah, and we
assuming that
won
they
the
all live
last.
here,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think
right?
so. I think so.
So they're like they get to you know go home, see their family. You know what I mean? They're not on the road. You know what I mean? I feel like that has a lot to do with like the performance of what you're doing. Of the
Right.
sports and all that. But I'm with you on that. I'm definitely a bandwagon sports guy.
Yeah. I'm usually like an
Or
underdog rooter is kind of how
yeah,
yeah, I like that. Just fun.
I want to go to a party like a baseball party or like football party and just have sports. I
Yes.
love that, like just sports. And it's like, which team you going for? It's the blue one.
Right.
But no, that's good, man. I we were talking about this earlier, and but I saw the lottery. I saw the billboard. And it was 999, and because I had been watching it, I saw it go from 700, and then I saw it 800, and honestly, the highest that I've ever seen it was like 500 on the one of those billboards, and then I saw it not too long ago. It was 999. Do you know how high it got?
Yeah. There's like, so this one's the Powerball. I know there's like different ones and I don't really follow them all, but I think the one that you're referring to is like the Mega Millions
Mega
too.
Million?
That
I think
one's,
so.
yeah, Mega Millions. This Powerball one is up to 1.5 billion. And
Wow.
so, yeah, I think they said it's like the second time in history, yeah, that it's broken the $1 billion threshold.
1.5 billion. So to wrap that around your head, and everybody else, right? Yeah, just wrap this number around your head. So it's like you have a million, and then you go up to 500 million, and then you have 900 million, and then 999 million. And so once you hit that 1,000 million, that's a billion.
Nice,
Uh,
yeah.
right? And so it's like, okay, I think I understand how much a billion is. And it's like, whoa. So I was talking to my fiance about it, and she's just like, it's
Yeah. There's only
like,
like a handful of actual billionaires in this world. Which I
yeah,
recently looked at Mark Cuban's history because I'd always just wondered like how he became a billionaire. And you want to know how? He basically like early 2000s, like late 99s, like in this like .com boom kind of. There's like this bubble of all this like exuberant excitement for like the internet essentially. And he had a company that he sold that like Yahoo as a company made a handful of like terrible acquisitions and just like fumbled the ball and like basically like so he Yahoo bought out one of his companies for billions of dollars and just completely did nothing with it, but
oh
it
my God.
springboard him like to billionaire status, and that's kind of how he became.
It was
Um,
like kind of on accident. I think it was called broadcast.com, which I
yep,
I don't even know what it did, to be honest with you. Maybe
I think
like
it's like the early days of like YouTube and stuff like that. It's like you're in the right space, but in the wrong time, and
right.
like literally Yahoo had that in their hands 22 years ago, but didn't know what
Didn't
the
do
heck to
anything.
do with it. Yeah,
It's so crazy. But
yeah,
good for old Mark Cuban, man. You know,
right. And then he bought the Dallas Mavericks. But speaking of video and stuff like Twitter and Elon, I was just reading a little bit about it, but I think he's trying to bring back Vine, basically just like short TikTok on Twitter. It's like I don't know if the algorithm's going to be the same, but like
sure.
that's kind of what it sounds like without the algorithm included, like where it's headed. He's like short form video on Twitter. So I'm like, this is
That's
interesting.
sick.
I'm just kind of interested to see what he's going to do with this whole thing. He's definitely like pulled a lot of his resources from like the Boring Company and Tesla and been like, here's like a quick and dirty deadline to like get the blue check mark initiated, and then he basically told like a bunch of other developers like go make products. Don't strategize, don't plan, just go make something, bring it to the table, and we'll give you the go ahead or scrap it and work on something else. And it's like
That's
he's
cool.
like, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't all I care about is that you make something and bring it to
Oh,
the
cool.
table. And I was like, that is pretty cool. He's like, you're
That
software engineers, you know what to do, go do it, go make something.
that's cool. I like that framework that
Yeah.
because like I think a lot of times, even definitely for myself, it's like the thinking and like the strategizing and like trying to come up with the
Hmm.
thing, just like like you
Like
said, you're
MVP, right?
yeah, just go in there and just build something, and then like, you know, it'll turn in it just like you might tweak it a little bit, but especially if you have like if you've been kind of brewing on it a little bit, I know that there's some badass engineers at Twitter, and they've been brewing on some ideas, but they're kind of quiet, they're introverted, they don't want to say nothing, and then boom, here comes Elon coming in here. It's like, I don't care, go make it and bring it to the table, see what happens, and they're just
Yeah.
like fucking just knocking it out. Yeah, I love engineering. I love programming, coding. Like, I definitely want to do it as a hobby and like learn into it. But that is some cool stuff, man. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, just kind of shaking things up and let the cream rise to the top.
Yes.
But
Um,
sorry, yeah. So the Powerball, total tangent on like everything else.
oh, you're good. You're
We
good.
were gonna have this interesting conversation about, there's two ways to get paid out on the Powerball. So $1.5 billion can be paid out. The full amount paid over 29 years, or you could take a one-off payment of 746 million, which is a little less than half. Um, yeah, in one lump sum. Do you want 746 million, or do you want
Yeah.
the full 1.5 billion paid out over 29 years?
Let me see if my calculator will go up that high. There's 15. There's 1.5. There's 15 million. 150 million.
I'm trying to
Ah,
see what
dang.
that over 150, over 29
Yeah.
years would be,
Yeah.
minus taxes every year.
That'd be a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot, but still, I mean, even then, because like it's kind of cool to be able to kind of get like a paycheck every year or however it would come in. Um, but I'm just curious. I'm going to do the math here.
Yeah,
Five
let's
years.
say here, let's do some quick math.
That's
I need some
15 million. That's 150
commas.
million divided by 30. You said 39 years.
29.
Oh shit.
So
Only
divided by
29 years.
29.
Okay.
Yeah. So without considering taxes, it'd be 51
51 million.
million 724,000. Yeah, so just below 52 million a year. And then of course it's going to be minus taxes, which is about 30% of that,
Okay.
so but yeah, I mean, just a cool, like, let's just cut it in half. Cool
Yeah. 20
25
mil.
million a
Yeah.
year
25.
for
Yeah.
probably the rest of your productive life. Um, yeah, pretty
I think I
nuts.
would. I think I
So
would do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I think I
I
would
think
go
I
with
would
that.
too, because I mean, they're both still life-changing amounts of money, and what are you going to do? You're going to have time to like fuck up and figure it out with 25
Yeah.
million over the next 5 to 10 years, but 750, you probably are going to make some kind of like rash decision, go all
Yep.
out, and then wind up, statistically broke in the next like few years.
Yeah. Like he'll go out and buy like a purple yacht, you know?
Yes.
Like I don't even know, like just some random purchase that's just like a crazy amount of money. But yeah, I think the only reason why I would want like a larger lump sum is so I could just like help more people, Like I would definitely want to like I have like my circle that I'd want to help, and then I'd have like an outer circle, like family, friend circle, outer circle of people, and then I don't know how far I'd go with it, but I would definitely have like I would definitely be giving a lot of money away because I don't necessarily need all of it. I think that there's like a certain amount where you're good after that, But even with the 25 million a year, you know what I mean? It's like I can, because if you think about it, it's like I would love to be able to give like all my friends like $1 million, right? And I know they would love it too. But then if like for whatever reason I was only able to give them like 100 grand, you know, that'd still be awesome because like I'm putting myself in the my shoe in those shoes. Like if a friend won the lottery and it was like, hey man, I just wanted to give you this. Here's 100 grand. I know it's not like a whole lot, but like it'll definitely like help you out. And I would be like, what? Fuck, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I would totally,
Yeah.
it could definitely help out, do some damage, to be able to kind of get out of a hole or whatever you may be, or, you know, whatever,
Yeah, and I
whatever your
would almost
situation.
argue to like start there. If you had the choice to give someone 1 million or 100,000, I'd be like, give them 100,000 first, see what that does and what they do with it. I mean, it's still enough to change anyone's current situation for at least for a short amount of time,
Yeah.
and then I think you would be able to see a lot of character traits from there,
Boom. That's a good point.
like
Yeah.
I think, yeah, 1 million almost gives someone too much leverage to like destroy their lives. They go on
Yeah.
like a coke bender or something.
I know, right? It's like, I've never done Coke before. um,
Right.
I've always envisioned, like, if I did win the lottery, I would go to I would like set it up to where I'd have like my core friends and family. And so I would say maybe 25 people. I really don't know how many people, but I would have like a dinner, like a private dinner party with like that amount of people, and I would like
Hmm.
I envision like getting up on a stage or even just standing up. I think it's a stage, and then um, everybody knows that like there's something big happening, and then like I would just like talk to everybody and just say, "Hey, glad everybody showed up, and you're going to be glad that you showed up because I just recently won the lottery and I'm giving everybody $100,000, or whatever, it just like envisioning that like moment. It would sounds just seems really cool. It's like,
Hmm.
what? Like if you were just like, hey man, um, I have something coming up. I want you to like, it's like this little private dinner party. I want you to be there. You got to be there. You're going to want to be there. Just show up, and it's like,
Right.
cool. So we get there. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like, do I have, enough for gas to get there? And then I get there, and then boom, you set it up. You're just like, here you go. It's like, fuck yeah, I can fill up my car now. um, but
I forgot what I was gonna
there's
ask.
also like a moment where it's like, I do have some family members that I probably wouldn't want to give them cash because, like you said,
Hmm.
not saying that they're like they're into cocaine or anything like that, but there's just no telling what they would do if they just got like just like fresh cash. So I would try and set them up. So it's like if they were like living in like a really rough area or their house was rough, whatever the case may be, I would invest in their life and try and make it better. Like if they were in debt, I would clean that up. If they happen to have like teeth issues or eye issues or any health issues, I would try and fix it, help out with that as
This
well.
is a
But
big one. Yeah, I think that one's really great. The
right,
the cleaning up someone's life as far as like debt or rough area, like I don't know. I don't want to sound like a mean person, but that's why I was kind of saying like 100,000, like,
hmm
um, because some of those things are like fundamental to who the person is. Let's say,
sure,
for example, like, yeah, this person had like maxed out all their credit cards. You go and pay all those off. 6 months down the road, they're all maxed out again, right? Because that's who that person is at their core. They don't have. It's like you would almost be better to buy them a financial advisor or
right,
teach them how to fish, right? But
hmm
and I don't want to again sound mean, but they probably don't want to learn how to fish. They would rather stay in their current situation. Otherwise, you would
yeah,
already see them moving towards a different situation. Instead, they're going to be like, "Hey, you're not my new best friend because you obviously have the means to like just
yeah,
give me, just give and give
yeah,
without
yeah. I think
action." So,
there's like a smart way of doing that, right? Fixing up their health. Hey, look, I'm not going to just give you money. Like I understand that you're struggling here, whatever, whatever. I'm going to help, but I'm not just giving you the money. And like there would be rules behind it. You know what I mean? It's like,
sure.
you know, you haven't had a job since I've known you. You know what I mean? Like if they're like in working age, maybe that could be the case. It's like, I don't know, like
You
if they would
support
be,
their vision or something. Like, what do you want to?
yeah,
What do you want to do?
exactly. Like if there was like schooling, anything that was like education would and health would be something that would be really cool. But yeah, just to
Yeah.
straight up give some people just like cash, because I feel like um, it'd be dangerous and they'd end up like killing themselves or something because they just like go crazy,
Truly. Yeah.
right?
It's almost be a weapon that they
Yeah,
would not use for their own benefit. Yeah.
exactly. It kind of reminds me of that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper. And that, have you seen that? And with that like special
I don't
pill,
know.
man, that's a good one, man. Like,
Yeah.
he finds this like special pill, and it really just like makes him like amazing. He's like smarter. He takes care of himself. It's crazy. And then I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but this like other
Yeah, go
dude,
for it.
he's like a bad guy, and he takes it, but it just makes him smarter as a bad guy, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, it basically kind of like what the money would do is like it would just, uh, I guess, intensify their badness. You know what I mean?
Have you heard the quote, money magnifies the heart? That's kind of what you're referring to.
Wow.
They're saying, right? Like you just now you have unlimited resources in terms of money to do whatever your heart desires. And we're about to find out real quick what that is,
Oh,
you know?
yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's cool. Yeah. So watch the movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper. I think you'll enjoy it. It's an older.
Okay.
It's like not like
It's going to be
super.
one of those where I start to watch it and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen this. And, completely forgotten about it. Like,
Yeah.
my memory is amazing like that. We talked about that
Oh
over the
yeah.
weekend.
Yep, yep.
Uh,
That's good stuff, man. It's a good movie though, um, but yeah, I think that's kind of like what I would do, because we've all had the what if we won the lottery conversation. It's always been brought up, and it's been brought up quite a bit, like within my life. Um,
mm,
so I always have, because we'll just be driving when I'll be riding with somebody and I'll see the lottery, like, damn, like 300 million or whatever. Just give me half. Just give me 1 million. You know what I mean? We always say that. Um,
right.
and it's just like, what would you do? That's the main question. But good stuff. Who'd you say bought that flight that it was like 6,000 a year, and it was like just like unlimited flights, like
That was Mark Cuban.
Mark
Yeah.
Cuban. Yeah.
So like
So
when he sold his first, I think it was that company. It was either that broadcast.com or the one before. I think it might have been the one before that one.
mm,
He had sold like in the mid 90s.
wow.
And he was like, he basically just went and traveled the world and like, basically just like got to do whatever the heck he wanted, just wanted to enjoy like the fruits of his company being bought out, just all that money that had come in. He was flush with cash. So it was like American Airlines had like a $6,000 all access passes, I think what they called it, where you could fly anywhere first class throughout the year, as many flights as you wanted for $6,000 a year. And so he bought that. And then I think a few years later, American Airlines realized how much of like a terrible idea that was, because they end up losing money on it because, if you're Mark Cuban, you can fly all the time wherever you want. I guess they didn't anticipate people really flying that much, so they
Oh my gosh.
stopped it. And I don't know if this is still true or not, but apparently like the 25 people who had still owned it at that time got to keep it. So he may or may
Cool.
not still have this American Airlines all access pass and just fly for free. Even though I think at this point he did buy like a private jet a long, long time ago, but who knows? Like, I don't follow his current situation. I like to kind of look into the biographies of like, you know, these high achievers and just to see where they came from, and technology backgrounds seem to play a big part in some of these people.
All right. Yeah. No, that would be really cool. I would love to have that, but I'd also love to have a private jet too. But I know that's expensive. But I don't know, like even winning the lottery, I don't know if I would buy that.
Yeah, I do. I like this like shared economy that we've come into. There's totally like an Uber of private jets. Like you don't need to own your own anymore. And like, so I don't have to worry about storage and maintenance and fuel costs. I can literally like Next Jets, I believe is one of them. It's Sarah Blakely that owns Spanx. Her husband started Next Jets, and I think this company's been around for probably a decade now. And that's basically like, you know, an Uber service for private jets. So I think that's even like how Alex Hormozy gets around. It's like, you know, I don't need to own one, but it makes, you know, I'm going to go use that service. But
NetJets?
I also see a Next, I think, or Net. Is it Net or Next?
I don't know. I put in Next, but NetJets is coming up as well.
NetJets. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, regardless, that's a cool thing. And so, yeah, you just like share it with other people. So then, like you said, you don't have to pay for it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to like pay to store it and all that. Same with like a boat. Like I would love to get like, you know, just kind of pull up with my wakeboards and just, you know, rent a Mastercraft for like an afternoon. You know, I mean, of course I'd love to own like a freaking $250,000 boat, but, or even an $80,000 one, whatever, you know, but it'd also be cool just to like not have to store and take it to the lake. It's like, I can just pull up to the lake and get on the boat, you know?
That's cool. Yeah. I think in there like a certain like groups or clubs that you could be a part of to where you're just a part of this club and they have like perks like that. It's like you're close to a lake. It's like, cool, I'm a part of this club. Me being a part of it, I can do like golfing thing. I can, you know, have access to the boats, you know, so it's like you can just call and say, hey, I want the pontoon boat. I got some family members coming in, and then boom, you just like go to the boat number 9, you know, like they got a bunch of boats and it's like number 9. You just go up to number 9.
I'm sure there's something like that exists, and it makes me think of like timeshare kind of stuff,
right?
You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna dive into this NetJets, but I'm gonna make sure that it's that. But man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at like a little over 40 minutes. You got anything else, or do you want to just call it a day?
Let's call it. Yeah, I'm interested to hear what everyone else thinks about the lump sum $749 million versus taking, you know, like 40 million a month over 29 years. What do y'all think about that? What would you do and why?
Yep. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's try and get some ideas to what else we could go over. And then we mentioned our friends I Am Champion. We're going to be bringing in some people to have a conversation. So it'll be Sean and myself, and then it'll be, you know, other guests to help you know, just talk about life, business, weird stuff on the internet. I actually want to try and find more weird stuff on the internet. Maybe not like too weird, because I think there's like a weird, but there's like a cool weird. You know, I want to be cool weird, not weird. Makes sense.
Yeah, totally get you. Not like algorithm are going to suppress you weird, but like maybe the algorithm promotes it because it's not the same thing that everyone else is talking about.
Exactly.
But algorithm aside, just fun weird, quirky weird, not like this is kind of creepy weird.
Yeah, it's like
we'll avoid the creep.
I'm kind of contemplating whether I should be your friend anymore. Weird.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. My slogan, I gotta say it. It's be real, be cool, be real cool.
Nice.
All right, later.